From the Emix LA studios, it's the Luis Banuelos Show, starring Luis Banuelos.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Luis Banuelos Show. I'm Luis Banuelos. To my right, Angel Padilla.
Hey.
To my left, David Duarte.
Yo.
How you guys doing this weekend? How was you guys this weekend?
Dealing with earthquakes mainly.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Did you film it like you live in a 2-story or just
2-story, yeah.
Yeah?
I felt the first one on the freeway, man.
on the freeway?
Dude,
Really?
I've never felt an earthquake on the freeway. I was driving on the freeway.
Really?
I was driving on the we can't curse. We can't curse,
go
man.
ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna curse. We can't curse. Well, I was driving on the freeway, and all of a sudden, I felt I thought I ran something over.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the hell was that?" I look at my rearview mirror and I see. Remember, it was night.
Yeah.
Brightness. And I was like, "What the hell?" I thought maybe I had ran something electrical over.
It sparks in the sky.
I thought it blew up, right?
I thought I ran something up. Ran something over. So I pulled over. I got on the next exit, and I know there's a Carl's Jr. because I was like in I don't know what that is, City of Industry. There's a Carl's Jr. there, and it was all black. Power outage. Oh, I said, okay, so that's why it was bright. Right away, I go on Facebook, and I was like, oh, we're almost posting about earthquake. I was like, oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, like.
Wait, so you saw brightness in the sky.
Yeah, right behind me.
Like, trust me.
What was your first train of thought other than I just ran over something?
And then this guy posted something like totally stupid.
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
I said, the earth, leave it, don't you just love Cali where everything shakes?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, he goes.
Yeah, this was after. This was the next day when we had the aftershock. I put down, if the earth doesn't stop shaking, they better forget about me giving it a present on Earth Day.
Hey-o!
Exactly, right? No, like, trust me, like, I wanted to smack some people on Facebook, man. Like, there's just people that put, like, earthquake, and then a sad face. You're like, really?
You know, the stupid thing about me is after that happened, I was like, oh, man. Because I was actually going to Sebastian's room on Friday.
All
so
right.
I got back on the freeway.
That's a good room.
Yeah, I went, and I was driving on the freeway, and I was like, I got to post this. So I posted this long-ass data update while driving. If you look at it, it's pretty long. And the whole time I was driving and trying to...
I saw that.
You
I
don't
saw that it actually said, press here to continue reading. I'm like, wow, is this guy really telling me
Yeah,
a
I posted
story?
that all while driving.
You don't talk into your phone?
Sometimes I do, but my phone is so in need of an update that
You can't use
I can't
Siri.
use Siri.
You can't use Siri or Siri, whatever her name
I
is.
can't use it.
Do you ever use that?
I used to.
Are you going to fall in love with her?
Nah,
Like
you
that
ever seen
stupid
movie?
movie? No, it's I don't want to waste my time.
I've seen that movie. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good.
like I know it's a chick movie, isn't it?
I don't know. The concept sounds kind of dumb. Falls in love with his...
With this phone.
Nah, he's a lonely, depressed
But it's funny
man.
because everybody's in love with their phone. Like if I lose my phone, I honestly don't have any contacts. I don't know
Hey,
no one's number.
have you guys ever lost your phone and you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach,
Oh, yeah.
like the world's coming to an end?
Oh, yeah.
No, cause look, I'm pretty lazy, and my phone is like just locked. You know, you just light it up or whatever. I don't know if
You
you,
don't
have
have a
the
password?
No, I don't, I'm too lazy for that.
I don't have one either.
I have one.
Like I'm afraid
Those are
that
people who have something to hide.
No. Look, I work in my job. We can't have our cell phones on us. We're not allowed to even have it out on the floor. But some of us still keep it on it. But sometimes if I'm charging my phone, I leave it on my desk. And, it's not like I have an office. I have a cubicle so everybody can walk by. There's been instances where people have opened up people's phones and gone through crap and stuff has gone missing. Or
You guys don't have
pictures.
lockers and stuff?
Yeah, we have lockers, but they're all the way in the front. But like with me, if an emergency happens with my son or something, I need to have my phone on me. Like the only time I leave it on my desk is if it's charging or something like that. That's about it.
It's pretty funny how if something happens, he needs to have his phone on him, but he has no phone
I have
connection.
no service right now.
No service.
No, but I do have a cell phone that I do use for work. That if an emergency happens, my family can call me on. But I'm
Like,
limited to the amount of people that can have that
If
number.
I lose my phone, I'm like afraid because I have a lot of pictures of stuff. Yeah.
I got a lot of pictures, but nothing embarrassing. Like you got like X-rated stuff.
Yeah.
The only pictures I have, I have embarrassing pictures too, but it's all dogs. It's all my dog. Like, man, you have this many pictures of your dog. Like, yeah. It just goes to show my life. I got it.
Your dog.
So you're like a teenage girl. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, a bunch of pictures. Like, you know, they go through your pictures. Like, it's nothing but.
Hey, you know what? It's better than selfies. Like,
I got a few selfies. Nothing too embarrassing.
I seen your selfies, man. Your selfies are pretty.
I got a few.
You have epic selfies,
Hell
though.
yeah,
That's
you
the
do.
thing. I don't know how you get
Like, you take the perfect picture while driving. I noticed that.
Oh.
How
The
do you-
last
how-
one I posted, that
Yeah.
that one was usually it takes like 20 takes.
I don't understand how you
No.
get your feet in your selfies, though. That's what I never understood. I've seen a selfie of you where your feet were on the selfie.
Really?
Yeah, I was amazed because it didn't even look like you were up from up high. It looked like it was a straight-on picture, but your arm was extended, so you could tell it was a selfie.
No, I don't remember that one.
It's him. Siri takes those pictures for him, bro. So he's like, hi, can you see me, Siri? Yes, David.
I liked it better before they called it a selfie. Before there was cell phones, I used to take selfies with my camera. You know, the timer.
Hell yeah.
Set the timer.
Like when I first started doing comedy, I remember I thought I was so cool because I bought the little camera, like a spy camera, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna be able to take pictures with comics, and they're not even gonna know.
What do you mean a spy camera?
Like a little camera, like it was like yay big.
Yeah, the little digital ones. You remember when they first came out with like the micro
Like
digital
the Elf,
cameras?
the Sony Elf?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, I was like, hell yeah, and then I was like, well, how am I gonna take a picture? The guy's gonna notice me going like this, you know. So it was a waste of time.
Yeah, I would take pictures. Like I said, you set the self timer to 10 seconds,
Yeah.
and then you run.
Hell yeah.
Oftentimes you only get your back.
You're like, oh, this big, yeah, the big.
Lord forbid you trip.
Yeah, like you.
You know, that was the hardest part though, because you literally had to make sure that you were on the frame. You had to kind of like measure it.
Well, I actually put a piece of tape on the wall. That way I know, okay, my head's got to be under these. Because I used to take pictures for like dating sites.
Really?
Yeah, I would take selfies.
So
for like
wait a minute.
before the cell phone.
You were trying to be professional in those.
Oh yeah,
in those
I would
pictures,
I
right?
had my outfit on. You know, I'd have a picture. I remember back in the day,
I would pay to see that.
dude. Back in the day, I think it was Match.com. This is like I'm talking like 10 years ago. There was a freaking picture. You could actually send the photograph to Match.com. Send the physical photograph, not email it. Send it. And I
Alright.
sent 2 pictures or 3 or something to Match.com.
Is this before it got big?
And then they send it back to me because do you want us to send the picture back to you? I said yes. So I still have those pictures that I sent to Match.com.
Wait.
You should bring them in, man.
We should. We should see
Shut up.
these
was
great
great.
headshots.
No, like the only time a timer was used was like for the holidays. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
When you were like the whole
your
family.
family?
Yeah, like get in front of the tree, and
A lot of people didn't use the timer though. You know, that's what I don't understand.
A lot
I
of people
love the timer.
still don't use the timer. That's the incredible thing. A lot of people.
the-
You always had one relative that was left out of the picture.
and then we had my brother's like so technology, you know, like he's all about technology, and like he bought a camera that had a control, so he would just be like.
What, once you could go like that on the side?
No, like he would like literally stand in front of the camera
Oh, remote
and
control.
then go, yeah.
So did he have to hold it up to it, or could he just have it in his pocket?
No, you could just hold it in your pocket, but every picture you see of him, he's like with his hand out like like a gun.
I remember that one time I was trying to take a picture of you and your dad together. You remember
Oh yeah,
that?
my pops.
It
did
took
not-
forever because your camera was kind of weird. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, like,
And your dad actually
That's
got
my camera.
Hey, mind you, his dad actually got mad and said, "Does he not know how to take a
yeah.
picture?"
My
And
dad-
even he couldn't work it.
my dad's blunt about stuff. He's not like, you want me to help you take that picture or what?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'll get it. And like he started off smiling at first. By the time the picture ended, you just
Oh
see
yeah,
that
he was not
anger,
smiling at
bro.
all.
You just see that anger. 'cause
Yeah, the anger towards me.
he
after
wasted
that.
like 30 minutes of his
Apúrate.
life. Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Freaking technology, man. Now everything's all. Back in the day, remember a rumor used to start, and then like it would take sometimes a year for it to get to you.
Yeah.
Now, like, I don't know. I'm gonna post this on YouTube.
People take screenshots.
Yep.
You can't hide anything anymore. People take screenshots of what you say, what you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had text messages where they send me exactly what I said because I forgot or something.
Yep.
You know?
That's like almost stalker status.
Yeah, like I'm like, no, well, like I was having this conversation with this girl, and then she's all like, oh, like I told her something, and I was like, no, you took it the wrong way. Really? Look, this is what you sent me. How can I take it the wrong way? I was like, oh.
I've had that before where, like, I told the one girl, hey, I'll take you out next Saturday. What I meant was next Saturday. Well, the girl hit me up on that Saturday saying that, oh, you were going to take me out. I'm like, no, I said next Saturday. Well, on the message, it said Saturday. I forgot to put the next. So
I've done that before where I won't take a screenshot, but I'll like copy what they wrote, and I'll say, look, this is what you wrote, and then I'll paste it.
Yeah, it's just as bad.
That's even worse.
You truly are like a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah, David Barth is all about technology.
So let me get this straight. Wait, so you were literally taking pictures for Match.com before Match.com got big? Because 10 years ago, Match.com was not as big of a deal as it is now.
When it started, around 2002.
It started in 2002?
No, I think it was around before then, but that's when I got on it.
No idea it started.
Wow.
Early.
Yeah.
I remember back in those days, all I had was Yahoo Personals. You guys remember those?
Back in, well, yeah, I used to be big on the chat rooms. Remember the chat rooms?
chat
Yeah,
rooms?
chat rooms? Oh, man. Creepy ass chat rooms.
Oh,
there,
I
man.
used to love Yahoo chat rooms. I was like,
No, not Yahoo. AOL was the one.
Southern Charms.
Did you guys ever get those weird, creepy guys on there?
On what? In the chat rooms?
On the chat rooms where you weren't sure if it was a girl or a guy. They just were sending you these very intimate things, and then when you asked for a picture, it was a dude.
No, I used to always ask them like, oh no, we have to, because like when they would try to like get free.
Remember ASL?
Oh, yeah.
ASL.
ASL, that's right.
ASL, age, sex, location.
Yeah, that's right.
ASL, male.
Look, hey, you know what? You guys remember the party hotline?
I know.
I never did
That's how it
that.
started. That's how
I
everything
never did
started
that.
was the party hotline. I
No,
remember
I
that.
never got into that.
You
but
never got into it?
No,
Oh,
like
my
I used to
God.
like when people would try to get freaky with me. I'd be like, hey, how about we go on the webcam? And like if they would say no, I was like, oh, it's a dude.
Yeah.
I always thought webcams were creepy. I never wanted one. I never see the use of one. Now, I mean, I guess.
Well, now people Skype and all that. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you have like kids, or if you're in the military, or you're somewhere far away, but I think webcams are kind of creepy, man.
You find webcams that creepy.
I used to have web TV. I don't know if you remember web TV.
Yeah, I remember web TV.
No, what was that?
It was
Web TV. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was the greatest thing
that
ever.
was the
bro.
first thing. I still have it. It's in my garage.
That's great.
It was the first you could get on the internet on your sofa.
On your
You
cell
just
phone.
connect it like
Yeah.
a cable box, and your keyboard you sit
Your
on your
keyboard
lap.
right here.
Yeah, and you surf the web. I remember I was surfing the web on my friend's big screen. He had a big screen. I would go in chat rooms and stuff. I would
Well,
go on
they still have
eBay.
it. I think
I
Google
remember-
still does it now, but it's
I
they have
remember-
the little tiny keyboard that's like a remote control. You could just sit there and type.
I think
on.
Apple has one too. Apple TV.
Yeah.
It's funny because when we had that, the web TV, I remember my sister was on it, and I was like, "Hey, I need to do a report on the White House, so let me use it." So she was all like, "All right." So I went on WhiteHouse.com, porn site. You have to put WhiteHouse.org.
Yeah,
Oh,
WhiteHouse.org.
WhiteHouse.com was a porn site.
Yeah, it is. Well, you know what? Most government facilities is either .gov or .org. If you put .com, it's amazing how many of those sites are actually porn sites.
I got on a website
yeah.
yesterday that scared me. Well, I forgot what it
What was it?
I don't remember what it was. I was trying to look something up, and when I clicked on it, it automatically said, "You have a virus. Do you want?" And you know how sometimes they try to trick you.
Yeah.
Do you want to click this? And it wouldn't let me close it. I don't want to click yes or no. I usually just close it.
Yeah,
X.
close it. Yeah.
It wouldn't fucking let. It wouldn't let me.
Why didn't you
Right.
just press
So-
the back button?
I
How
couldn't.
many-
I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I ended
Oh,
up
wow.
just shutting my computer down.
Oh, wow.
That's what I ended up doing. Those porn sites can still get you.
Oh yeah.
So were you looking at a porn site?
No, it was. I don't remember what it was. It was.
No,
I
they
think it was a
pop
porn
up
site.
for
I have
nothing.
my trusted porn sites.
Like-
It wasn't.
Your
That, it
trust.
wasn't one of them.
Wait. You have your trusted porn site.
Yeah.
So you have porn sites that you specifically go to every time.
Whenever, yeah.
Good man.
That wasn't one of them. I forgot what I was looking up. I was
No,
looking
yeah,
up
like
something.
it's crazy how bad. Like now, thank God for like the antivirus things, but back in
yeah.
the day, God forbid, you logged on to the wrong web page.
Oh yeah, you were done.
That was the great thing about web TV. It was uncorruptible.
It was.
Oh yeah, it was. It was.
It was.
I give it credit for that.
It was, but sometimes it was like too slow.
Dude, I was on web TV. I was like one of the last people on web TV. I was on web TV till like at least 2005 or 4 or something.
Yeah, like I used to. It's crazy. Like
That was before Wi-Fi too, huh? You guys had to have that cable logged onto it, didn't you?
Yep. They had a long cord, long phone cord going from
Yep.
the living room to the kitchen where the phone thing was.
It's crazy how much like people talk about spending money, but back in the day, like you really had to like save your money.
Things were more expensive back.
I remember Nintendo, like my brother's all into games and stuff like that, so he bought that one Virtual Boy or whatever.
Oh, the Virtual Boy, the
Oh
worst
my
decision
God.
ever.
The worst thing ever. You have to put the
It
glasses
was red.
on,
Remember, it was red.
and then like
Nintendo?
it was
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
It was like a Game Boy. But what it was,
you put like
you put on these
you put on
these
the
red
gla-
glasses, and it was red. It
Yeah.
was almost like little red laser
and
lights.
it's just
but-
lights.
Yeah,
like
it was the most.
Wasn't that
common.
was that the original Nintendo?
Yeah, that was
no, that
Nintendo.
was, what do you mean original?
No, that wasn't the
Nintendo?
original Nintendo. but
No,
that
it was like a Game Boy type deal.
It was
you
it
know?
was
like
it
a
was
new-
it was the Virtual Boy. It came out 5 years after the brick Game Boy came out.
Yeah.
They tried it out and it failed miserably. But you know what's funny? If you still have that,
That's
it's
worth
actually
a lot.
worth money to collectors.
I have the original Nintendo, and I never played Nintendo. I got
Yeah.
it from a friend who gave it to me, but it's the original Nintendo.
Does it still work?
I think it does. I never
can
even
sell
played
Look
that,
it up.
you
You
know?
can sell it. People
And
will buy
it
it.
has. Well, actually, I don't think it has. I think I opened it up. But I don't know if you remember the original Nintendo had a little robot that would drop like.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
Toby.
a little robot.
It was like a
you-
little
you're-
robot. That
you
would
don't-
spin
you don't
and
remember
drop
Toby?
discs.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I always bought my stuff at Swamington.
Yeah,
thrift stores.
the little robot that had the little head like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it would have discs and it would drop it.
Yeah.
On the box, it shows the little robot. But like I said, I never played it.
That was one of
Wow.
the first time. That was another failed.
You can
concept
sell that.
they
You know
did.
that's
Duck
money right now.
Hunt.
Yeah, it's
Duck Hunt-
actually
oh.
Duck Hunt and Mario were the games that everybody had.
I don't know how much it's worth, but I've never even connected it. I still have it in the box.
Yeah, if it works, you got money right there.
I know my brother sold his Atari for like $500, bro.
The
Yeah.
original one?
Yeah.
I always wanted that one, man.
People love
Even
those
today.
games, man.
Oh yeah, those are great. Especially the ping pong or
Oh,
the
the
tennis.
pong?
You're like that little ball
My favorite
thing.
game was Pitfall. You remember Pitfall?
Oh, yeah,
Pitfall,
Pitfall.
yeah, Pitfall
I
was
love
great.
Pitfall.
It was crazy though because you could like the alligators would just not even eat you. You would
Yeah,
just fall
yeah,
in and they would just swim towards you and that was it.
Yeah. It was like crazy. Like they didn't like now like if you do that, alligators jump at
Yeah,
you.
they jump
Those are
out
just-
and they show a cutscene of the blood coming
Yeah.
out. It's amazing how gory even Pitfall got.
I remember like when Mortal Kombat came out, I was like, oh my god, they show blood.
I was never into video games.
Yeah.
After Atari 2600.
When you would go to the arcades and put a quarter
Oh, on the
on
top?
on
Yeah,
the
you
top.
knew that you were next.
Yeah, so
You know what though? Who really went to arcades? Let's face it. Arcade
did.
was a 7-Eleven. The Milky Way at the mall.
the
Remember
Milky
that? That
Way.
was about the only
I
arcade
used
I,
to
ever
go.
went to.
I used to go all the
There
time.
was an arcade in Glendale I used to go to all the time.
I used to go there because everybody, you know, like all these guys would show up to the arcades with girls, and I was like, if I beat them in the game,
You get the girl.
yeah, I get the girl. No, it doesn't work like that.
no.
Yeah,
You know what?
they were in love.
You know what I miss? You guys remember pinball?
Pinball, which one?
Those the games with the metal ball, pinball games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love those games. To this day, I actually
I was
enjoy a
never good
pinball
at those.
machine, man.
I liked the way they looked, but I was never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was more of a Pac-Man person.
Oh, Miss Pac-Man or Pac-Man?
Pac-Man.
Yeah, Pac-Man. I love.
Pac-Man was-
I still have a little Pac-Man. I don't know if you remember. They used to make these tabletop games that look like the big arcade games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And it's a Pac-Man. I have it. I still have it, man.
Yeah,
Still
you're
have
a
it.
hoarder, my friend.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are.
You are definitely a hoarder.
I was a hoarder.
You're probably sitting on thousands of dollars right
Yeah.
now, and you don't even know it.
No, I want to sell that stuff.
Yeah, you
eventually. I'll
should.
probably keep that though.
You can sell stuff. You lost your job. You can make a living off.
I have to sell a lot of it. There's a lot of dude. I went out back when I first got on the internet, web TV. I was buying all kinds of crap on eBay. Toys. I was buying toys. I was buying Battlestar Galactica figures.
Oh, the
and
original ones?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I can totally
Hot
see you like,
Wheels.
what's your dog's name?
Terra.
I'm like, Tara, you would look so cute in this dress. Bye.
That was before Terra, man.
Do you wear little costumes for your dog or anything?
Yeah, do you dress
My
your
dog has a jacket.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's cool, I
She
guess.
has a jacket. I just bought
Leather
it. I thought it
jacket,
looked
bro?
funny.
Leather?
No, it's like a puffy jacket.
Really?
It's a windbreaker, huh?
It's like a puffy. I bought it because it looked funny. And what else?
I
That's
would
it.
totally pay someone with a dog to pay. Like, I would pay him to wear for them to put a fur coat on their dog. That would be
Of another
freaking-
dog?
Yeah.
A Dalmatian
A
spot.
Dalmatian. Like,
My dog has
and-
a sweater too,
and
but I
this
didn't buy
one's
it.
made out of Saint Bernard.
You see the cheeks?
Yeah. Saliva, like
The
dripping
saliva
saliva
spilled through
everywhere.
That's the worst part about a Saint Bernard.
Yeah. That's why, like, I used to, like, your dog is not tiny, but, he's,
Yeah.
like, I hate those small dogs, man.
What
Oh,
type of
my
dog do
God.
you have, anyways? It's a
Miniature
beagle, ain't it?
pincher.
It's a
Miniature
what?
pincher?
Miniature pincher.
Oh, I always thought you had a beagle for some odd reason when I saw the
It's like a
pictures.
miniature. They say it's a miniature Doberman
Yeah.
because it looks like a miniature Doberman, but it's supposedly it's not even in the same bloodline.
Wow.
It's older than a Doberman, but it's a min pin.
How did
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
that dog?
Huh?
How did you get that dog?
I don't know.
anyways?
I got dog fever back in 14 years ago.
It never ended the way you are on Facebook.
Well, I became a better dog owner when I bought my house because I felt sorry for the dog because I was living alone. Before I lived
Yeah.
with a friend, I had a roommate, and he had a dog. So my dog was always cool. But then when I got my own place, I felt bad for the dog because I was gone all day at work.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be doing comedy every night, so I'd be gone all night. But I wasn't, so
How's the comedy thing going, anyways?
it's going good.
Hey,
man, out there.
you're gonna do the Delano or whatever.
Yeah, Saturday in Riverside.
That's a good show, man.
That's awesome.
I'm
You still?
gonna go to Antigua tomorrow. I saw Sebastian on Friday,
Yeah.
and he said, "Hey, you want to do my room on Wednesday?" I said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then I hit him up, and he didn't respond.
Yeah,
so I'm
that-
just gonna show up.
That's how he is, though.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just show up, and
Yeah,
if
you
you get
show
time,
up.
you get time. If not, hey, you
See what
went.
happens.
I think I'm gonna go too.
To Antigua.
Yeah.
If you go, let me know. We can roll together.
Yeah, we'll roll together. So you could drive, so I could sleep on my way back.
We waking up early.
Yeah, I've been waking up at 4, man.
How's work?
It's like slow, but then they still expect you to go in early. Yeah.
Every day you work.
Yeah.
So how you
every
gonna do
day.
my gate?
Huh?
How you gonna do my
No,
gate?
I do a lot of work after work, bro.
He does work like there's times where he works the whole week, and on Saturday he'll call me up, and we put up
Yeah,
a big gate that he's been working on the whole week.
We're having our big meeting on Monday. So
I'll work till like I work till 2:30. I get home. It only takes me 5 minutes to get home, bro. Get home and then I'll work till like 7, 8 o'clock.
He's even driving a scooter around town. How's that
Hell
for
yeah!
you?
Oh, I'm freaking killing.
You really have a scooter?
Hell yeah!
It's a Lance, brother. That's
I
the
saw
one.
it. The
That's
picture you
the
took?
that's the one you want to get because that he has
Yeah.
150. Well, I think it's a 90cc one, the one he
Yeah.
has. But it's still a good mileage, good everything, and he's
I'm
been
like-
driving it like crazy.
I'm
But what's up with the Nazi helmet, bro?
Oh, the Nazi helmet's awesome. I used to hate it, but now it's like it grew on me.
It's growing that spike on the top.
Why'd you get a scooter?
Huh? No, my brother got it, but he doesn't use it because he's afraid of it. Yeah.
Kind of like
I-
Duarte
yeah,
over
like
here.
me. I had a reason to be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid of it.
Well, no, you
No,
had,
like, you'd
you
be
had
su-
the monster bike.
You'd be
first
no,
of
you'd
all.
be surprised because like it's a small little thing, and then people don't really care.
Yeah, dangerous. man.
Yeah,
People
I
don't
like
see it.
now. I'm just I honk at people.
Well-
I honk at girls every time.
The thing is, though, you live in a real industrial area too,
Yeah.
so it's a lot more dangerous for you.
You have one of those German.
He has one of
helmets
those German.
Yeah.
I seen it. Did you see the
with
picture
the
of it?
spike on
I
top.
wave
No,
at-
he doesn't have the spike on top, but just
I
the back.
wave at people. I'm like, hey, hey,
How's it going, everybody?
thank you. Huh? Hell
You
yeah.
gotta have balls to ride that thing.
And then
Hey, didn't you want to buy a scooter, man?
Yeah, but I wanted a big scooter.
Yeah.
They call them maxi.
no,
scooters.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
the maxi ones.
That sounds gay.
The ones that look
Uh,
like a bike in the front,
yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah.
scooter back.
That's the kind of scooter I want.
no, yeah, I'm like saving up to buy one so I could do comedy like my friend David.
You're gonna buy a motorcycle for real?
Not a motorcycle, but like a bigger scooter so I could take it on the freeway.
250cc is good for him.
What?
No, 250 cc's to get on the freeway? No
Yeah.
way, man.
Yeah,
You
that's
need
a
at
good-
least 450.
No.
400. They have 400 cc scooters.
Yeah, but the 250ccs is the minimum. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
you,
gonna
you,
get this guy
he can get on it with the 90cc one if he wants, but he has to drive full
That's
throttle
dangerous,
every
man.
time.
Oh yeah.
No, he'll burn out his
Hey.
motor right off the bat,
I'm driving like 50, bro. Like,
and that's close to the red line for him. That'll if he drives any faster
Your
than that.
brother doesn't mind you driving that thing into the
no.
ground?
Huh? Why?
Driving 50 isn't bad. Anything higher than 50 on a 90cc,
It's not-
you're
trust
killing
me,
it.
bro.
You're
It's-
choking it after that.
From it, like my job is pretty much like from here to that one exit you have to take. You know, and like it's not that far from my house, bro.
He said he was going to take it all the way from my house from his, but he asked me, "Hey, how long do you think it'll take me?" I'm like, "How long does it take?" On
No,
the
I'm
freeway?"
I'm down to do it, but like it's cold, man.
real
At
fun.
night it's cold. You'll freeze, man. Like there's been times I'm just like, oh man.
And you
Especially-
probably dress like this, right?
Huh? No, I wear a jacket.
Like a thick
I have
jacket?
my skull bandana to cover
Oh,
my.
you bought it?
No.
What color is your jacket?
Huh? The thickest jacket.
Great.
I
Just
wouldn't
black,
imagine
no.
that thing is that warm, man.
Oh, it's freaking warm. It's
You're riding
ridiculous.
a little scooter at night. Nobody can see you, and then you're wearing black.
What do you mean no one can see me? It has lights and everything, bro.
Yeah, but if you're wearing black, that's why. That's
No,
why
well,
You got to
no.
do what I did
No.
with the reflector.
no,
no,
that's going
no.
to the extreme. You never even rode your bike.
No, but no. This is where I actually have to wear my safety vest. So my safety vest is always on. You know, it's
For
always
work you have to
yeah,
wear one?
Yeah, I have to wear it, or else they won't let me into work. So
Oh, okay.
it's always orange and glowy, bro.
Oh, so you wear that when
Yeah.
you ride it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no way.
I don't wear it under my jacket because if I wear it under my jacket, they won't let me in. So I just go like that.
And you actually do want to get a bigger scooter so you
Yeah.
can do comedy with it?
No, if I learn how to learn how to ride a motorcycle, I'll get a motorcycle. Got no problem with that. Be
I don't
sense
know,
of anarchy, bro.
I don't know, man.
That's
Dangerous.
a whole different thing.
No,
though.
you just gotta stop being negative, bro.
Dangerous.
Dude, not everybody's gonna buy like a 900 V twin the first time around.
You just need to get a car, a good car.
No, yeah. Well, I'm building up my credit right now as we speak.
Yeah.
So
What's going on with that Beetle you rebuilt, man? What
oh,
happened?
it's right
Exactly.
there.
He's
No,
got
it's
so
right
many
there.
projects.
No, the Beetle, the guy from work, the guy that went to the show, my boss, he's a big Beetle enthusiast.
Okay, I remember him.
So he's like, I told him that I'm gonna get a bigger engine because it only goes 50 miles an hour, man. The scooter does more than that, bro. You know? So I'm gonna put a bigger engine and he's gonna put it in for me. But he wants a machine that I got. He wants a welder,
So you're going to trade
pretty much.
for the job?
Yeah, for him to put the motor in.
All right.
Why do you have the car, though? Just for the hell of it?
Huh? No, because that one's like that one. That one's gonna once I put that engine, a bigger engine, and because it's gonna be brand new. The engine's gonna be brand new. That's gonna be my daily driver.
I don't know, dude. I know you don't like my advice, but I don't recommend that.
Why?
It's not a real world car. It's not. You know what practical means?
What the hell are you talking?
What?
It's a bug.
It's not.
What?
You know what practical means, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That you can use it. It makes sense to use it. A bug. What year is it?
It's a 68.
I had a 68. My first car was a 68 bug. It's not a practical car. It's not a car you can drive every day and rely on. You know what a practical car is? What he drives. That's what you need.
What, a Honda Civic?
No, he drives,
he drives a Toyota.
a Corolla.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
That's a car, a real world car that you can rely on. You don't have to worry about breaking down. You know what I mean? You
It's
don't
a
have
brand
time for
new
a bug.
engine.
You don't have time for a
It's
scooter.
a brand new
doesn't
engine.
Matter. Doesn't
It's
matter.
a brand new
It doesn't
engine.
matter.
Your car breaks down no matter what.
It doesn't matter.
Look, I've always heard that bugs are stubborn, but as long
Look,
as
I'm
you
gonna tell you
maintain
this
it,
much.
you're good.
I'm gonna tell you this much. When I first started, when Angel used to work with me,
Yeah.
and he'll vouch for me. I got a Toyota, a crappy little Toyota for $50.
Hey, remember that?
$50 freaking dollars.
Didn't you sell it for like $5?
No, like I think I sold it for like 100 or something like that. $50, bro. And you would think that truck was about to blow off, right?
Oh yeah, but hey, that thing drove like a pro.
Smoke. I used to take it to Big Bear. I used to take it everywhere, bro, with loads of stuff on it, man.
There was times where we literally the
50
tires.
bucks.
I thought the tires were hitting the fucking thing.
And like that truck cost me $50. All I did was keep it. I would maintain it right. Like I would give it an oil change.
And it was the
Yeah.
ugliest little.
Oh,
truck
it was
in
the
world.
ugliest truck in the world.
Didn't your you sold it to your neighbor, right? Didn't he
Yeah.
put it out in the streets just forever?
Yeah. He left it out in the streets, and I guess someone took it. Yeah.
Well, you didn't really need a key for it, if I
No.
remember
A
correctly.
Volkswagen Bug is not a real car. It's not. It's a go kart.
Well, what type of cars would you consider not real cars?
Yeah.
A Bug. A Bug is not.
What
a
about
real
a
car.
what
No,
about,
you-
what
no,
about
you-
a Volkswagen Cabriolet? Would you
No,
consider that a
no.
real car?
He thinks every old
Yeah.
car is not street worthy.
It's not. If you're
Every
rich,
old
How?
car.
if you're rich, if you have money to, I'm gonna have a toy. Okay, go ahead and have a fun car. But you're not in a position right now.
I
Man.
know plenty of people that
Still.
drive Bugs on a day-to-day
Yeah.
basis, and that's their go-to car. That's their car.
All you have to do
sure,
is
the back
maintain it
seat of
right.
it's probably the most uncomfortable thing you could ever sit on.
I
but
remember I
still.
had, like I said, my first car was a Bug. I had it for 3 years. Man, as soon as I got rid of that and I got a modern car, I was like, oh my God, I stepped into the modern century.
Duarte, you had a motorcycle for 5 years, rode it once. Your
Yeah,
advice
see,
is not legit.
I could afford that though at the time. I was crazy at the time. I had like 4 cars. I had 2 Altimas. Remember, I had 2
Yeah.
Altimas for a while.
Yeah, I remember. I
had
went
an
to go
old
pick
Datsun
one up.
260Z. I had the motorcycle.
Which so
What-
did,
what-
did you-
MR2?
Did you drive every car that you have?
No,
What happened
Then
to
why
the
have
Datsun?
'em?
that's exactly my point. He's got a bunch of cars too.
What happened
Not
to the
his.
Datsun?
Most of them are his families.
The Datsun, it was actually my brother's Datsun,
Yeah.
74 Datsun 260Z.
Yeah, because those are pretty rare.
I fixed it up because he had a car for 30 years. I fixed it up for him, put over $3,000 into the car, and he just let it sit in his yard.
Oh yeah.
All that money went to waste. What's up, Josh?
What's up, Josh?
Josh!
Everything all right, bro? You look bummed out,
You
bro.
went to go play volleyball or what?
What happened?
Wearing the full gear.
Oh, you ready to race? You got your running shoes?
Rematch?
It's 10 o'clock already? And?
Why? What does that mean?
You barely woke up or what?
You were cold. You were doing volleyball throughout this late. You gotta be kidding me. You're committed to your class, ain't you?
Well, I mean, the game started at like 7.
Oh, all right.
How long is a normal volleyball game?
Yeah.
He plays and then varsity plays, and then we clean up.
You coach both?
Yeah.
All right.
Working man right here.
You're.
This is what, high school?
Yeah.
Did they let you in high school?
This guy's
Dude, you just got out. You just got out of high school.
How do you make the best? Have them get coached by the best.
Yeah.
I don't see you in the Olympics.
I got like I'm sure you love volleyball and all that, but like that's like a tough sport to dedicate yourself to, man. You know, like I understand basketball and football and soccer, you know, baseball,
Volleyball's like the highest you can
even
go, like 30 grand a year.
even tennis.
You could survive off of 30
Yeah,
grand.
Who wants to?
You could do it.
but
You know
like,
what? I
30
wish I
grand?
made 30 grand. I work for
I
the
didn't.
government.
Hey, I didn't even know there was like a league. Is there a league?
World League.
Yeah. Oh,
I think you make more money in dodgeball than you do volleyball at this point.
What if you moved up to college? Can you move up to college coaching?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do?
No.
No?
This is just for fun right now.
I would imagine that college pays more than.
How much do you make right now?
Just
It ain't-
$1,000 a season. That's it. 3 months, $1,000. 2 hours a day.
that's pretty bad.
For 3 months?
No, yeah, I understand that. I understand.
That's for fun.
And all the dip you could get. Like,
Are you talking about dip or the young girls? Which one is he talking about?
no, you can't talk about that
I'm
stuff.
joking, I'm joking, man.
Like, he's still
No one can see you. Even though Francisco put the camera right on you a few minutes.
he's still going through that cage. You can't talk about that.
www.childmolester.com.
Like I would fucking laugh.
This guy with the no cussing rule.
No, I would laugh. I would laugh if I would go like on pedophile.com or whatever. And and if you were on it, bro, I would be like, you know what? He was a little strange.
What if his dot was in your neighborhood? Would you try to get him out of there?
No, I would just like
Have you guys ever gone on that site and
Oh,
checked
yeah.
to see the amount of dots in your neighborhood?
I know there
Yeah,
was somebody
yeah.
living in my area.
you get scared.
No,
'cause-
I'm telling you, go on it. I guarantee you'll see a bunch of dots in your area. And it's creepy as hell when you look at it.
yeah.
Dan Cook said in his stand-up, he said you had to move all the other rapist dots out of the way just to find his house.
He's
Yeah.
probably in that. That's why.
No, yeah, like, not me, man. Like, I got nephews and stuff, and I'm like, I walk through their house, and I'm just like, that's how I do it, bro. If you were in my neighborhood, oh, God forbid,
I
man.
thought there was some neighborhoods that would keep them out.
There are some, but you
It's crazy, bro. Like,
you have to do it by if you live near a school, then yeah. But there's some that you have no choice. Like my aunt lives in Hemet, and she asked me to check it out. And I guess they all move to Hemet when they get caught because
Like,
Nobody in Hammett cares.
like when we were in high school, there was like 100 pedophiles where we used to go to school,
Jeez.
you know, and then the parents didn't care about that. They care about the strip club that was 20 miles
yeah.
away. Like, no strip clubs. What will the
Well,
children?
that's why they always put the strip clubs way out in Upland.
And then like they had all those bookstores, adult bookstores.
Oh yeah. What happened to the adult bookstores? You notice that they all left. This
The
is
internet, man.
Internet,
The
exactly.
internet took
The
over.
internet.
I miss the adult bookstore.
We still have the toy box in Upland. There's a toy box in Upland.
I don't know about you, but I always felt uncomfortable if there was a hot girl behind the counter at the adult bookstore. I had to wait till there was like
No.
an old lady or a creepy guy.
No, like I wouldn't mind that because it's an adult bookstore. But God forbid I wanted to buy a dirty magazine in a liquor store. Like, it had to be a guy from another country, or else I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah, like,
wait. So if it was a white guy, you couldn't do it.
you know, like I was like, yeah, this
I bought
guy.
all my porn at the adult bookstore. I stole porn back in the day when I was in high school. We had a bookstore by I forget it was a Barnes and Noble or the smaller one, B. Dalton bookstore. What is it called?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I
it was
think it
right
was-
there by my high school.
I think it was Dalton.
And I would
that was-
steal Playboys out of there. I would stuff them in my shirt.
Ah,
and walk
Playboy
out.
ain't
Well,
that serious.
I used-
I don't consider Playboy porn, really.
Back then. Though,
On,
that was,
on Second Street in
Oh,
Pomona,
yeah. Oh,
they have all these antique stores, right?
Yeah, they had
And
hustlers.
they had these. This one store had like millions and millions of porn.
Grandpa's
and I would
Antiques,
like jack
remember?
them.
Yeah.
I was like, that's where I found out Bush and shaving. You know?
well, you know what I would do is that when I would steal them, I wouldn't want because I lived with my sister and brother-in-law, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't want them to find it. So what I would do is I would put it in a bag, like a plastic bag, and I buried it in the park.
Wait, what?
I buried the porno in the park.
You would bury it in the park.
Yeah, and that way, if I ever wanted to reference it, I could dig it up and find it.
You wanted to reference it?
I
Why
wanted-
would you need to reference? Just say you wanted
How
to,
would you-
beat it. Hell.
How would you find it again?
I never found it.
Yeah.
I thought I buried it by a tree, and I
So-
went to the tree
wait
once,
a
and it was
minute, wait.
gone. Maybe the Paisas found
I'm
it.
pretty sure they did. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but were you guys ever walking by your school and see a porn mag on the other side of the fence?
And then,
You literally walked around.
I would never pick those up.
yeah.
I would
would
pick
see
them.
'em.
I would pick them
Kick
up.
them. You kick them a couple
Hey,
times.
yeah.
start turning pages.
I would pick them up because they were on this side of the fence, but I didn't want to jump the fence to look too perverted, so I would walk around the fence and go in and pick it up and then go away.
Or when you see the boxes, the porno
Oh, yeah.
tapes.
I remember
Oh,
I had
big
I had a Playboy. That girl from what was that movie? Beverly Hillbillies. Remember that Beverly Hillbillies?
The blonde girl?
Yeah, the blonde girl.
I forget her name. Yeah,
Well, yeah, she
Oh,
was.
Jessica Simpson.
No.
no, that wasn't her. She
No.
came out of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, but she was on Playboy, so I was like, I remember I got it, and I was like, hell yeah! And I used to stick them in the old vinyl records, you know. And then like, so no one would find them. And then one day I get home, and then my dad's in my room, and he goes, "Sit down, we're gonna have a talk." I'm like, "What happened?"
How old were you?
I was like 13 or something.
Are
like
you
that.
serious?
Yeah. And then I go in and I sit down, and then my mom comes in, and I'm like,
Oh,
"What's going on?"
Oh,
You know?
Your mom is there.
Yeah. I was like, "What's going on?" And then my dad gave me like the biggest, "How dare you bring this trash in my house?"
What happened to the magazine?
Oh, he kept it. I know he kept it. I know. My
Well, that's
dad.
kind of what happened to me. Is one of the pornos, or the magazines, whatever that I took home. I kept it in my bathroom in one of the drawers, right?
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law, which is my sister's husband, found it, and he said, "Hey, I found that magazine." And I was like, "Oh, he's like, I'm gonna tell Laura and my sister. I'm gonna tell her." I said, "No, please don't tell her. Please don't tell her. No, I'm gonna tell her. No, please don't. Please, whatever you do, I'm sorry. Please don't tell her. I'm gonna tell her."
How old
Okay.
were you?
I was probably like 16, 15, or
Oh,
something.
you're
like
old enough.
that. You know, but at the time, I was like, he was gonna embarrass me. He's like, no, don't tell her. Please don't tell her.
Wait.
He said, okay, I won't
How
tell
are
her.
you a comedian if you were so afraid of a porno mag embarrassing you?
No, well, yeah, no. Back in the day, it was embarrassing. You didn't want to be,
Hey.
and I'm sure you don't want to be that pervert to your sister. You
Look,
know what
No,
I'm saying?
exactly. I didn't want her
Yeah.
to find out.
Did you guys ever get caught masturbating?
No.
I did. I had the unfortunate.
How old were you?
I was I think I was like 15, and I got.
I didn't
caught.
learn how to masturbate until I was 17. Anyway.
I used to-
I think the first time, the first time I masturbated, like after the whole action, like I started to cry because I didn't know what was going on with my body. I was like, "What the hell? What's going on?"
You know what? The first time I masturbated, I swear to God, I thought I was gonna pee right beforehand. I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta pee," but I'm like, I just kept going. I said, "If I pee myself, oh well."
No, yeah, it's crazy. Like the stuff, like
It's crazy when you discover that.
Well,
that
I discovered
feeling.
it. I was, because I would touch myself, but I didn't do the whole deal. I would just rub my nuts.
Wait, what?
I would just rub my nuts. That's what I thought was masturbating. And then I didn't. But of course, I would never finish because you can't finish like that.
right.
So I didn't know. I thought, okay, it feels good.
I used to think if you squish them, nothing
No,
would
but
come
this is
out.
what happened. A
Oh
genius
my
moment.
God.
I was, I remember at school, you playing volleyball, whatever.
Yeah.
And your friends say, "Hey man, knock it off," and I never knew what this meant. Like, what the hell is that? And one day I was driving my bug. I remember because when I first had my bug, I was 17. I was driving, and I had a '68 bug. And this is before I got on the freeway because I didn't trust the freeway. I would take Valley from LA. I was coming home from my brother's
Wow,
house.
Valley.
Yeah, Valley all the way
Wow,
to Chino,
alright. Yeah.
my Chino Hills actually.
Yeah.
So I'm driving home, and I was thinking, that means that simulates the vagina. So you just put that in there, and you do it. That's what it is. I'm gonna go home and try it. I tried. I was like, oh my God, I'm hooked.
I gotta
I
ask a
can see
question.
this guy just massaging the nuts. Just yeah.
Hey, I don't know about you guys. You guys remember when you were a kid, the head of your dick was so sensitive. If the wind touched it,
Are
you
we
were like,
cussing now or
"Oh,
what?
We're cussing.
dick is not. Oh, penis. Fine. Sorry, you guys said the F word 2 times.
No, yeah.
No,
Go
but
ahead,
it
it's
was so
alright.
sensitive. If wind caught it, it hurt.
Well, you know
But
what? I
as
don't
you
know about
got
you guys,
older,
but when
now
I
you
was
can
in
just
high
rub your
school,
thumb on it.
I used to you used to fantasize about having like 2 girls in your bed, like yeah. 2 girls that in class, like she's on this side, she's on this other girl's on this side, like yeah.
Am I the only one that the older I got and the more porn I watch, my imagination is just shot. I can't sit there and think
Like
about
I-
it. I actually have to be visual and see something.
Like I
Now
remember.
I can't.
I
That was
w-
back then.
I remember I was out of high school, and like I was gonna start going to college, and I was all like, hell yeah, and like I didn't want to be that virgin that goes to college, Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to lose my virginity.
What age did you lose it?
23, 24, some shit like
All
that.
right.
Huh? And then
Look at Duarte, like, dude, you discovered masturbation at 17. You were
I was a
playing,
late
you were pulling your nuts, thinking that's what you had to
Yeah.
do.
No,
Doesn't that
I was
hurt?
rubbing them.
You probably got a callus like this
No,
on
I
that
wouldn't pull
skin.
them.
no, so I was like, I have to lose my virginity.
Yeah.
So I remember I went to a rodeo, and then I had to go take my dad's friend home and bring back his car, and he was gonna go pick it up in the morning. So I'm like, it's not my car. I'll get a hooker.
All right, I gotta take this call.
All right.
All right, so you're gonna get a hooker.
So I was gonna get a hooker, and then I was like, I was like, this is it, And his,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So was this back in the day when Pomona had the good hooker?
Yeah. When Pomona was like booming, the hooker
The hooker
part,
capital of the world does, huh?
Yeah.
Little did we know that Vegas was right down the street.
No, like I honestly think at that time Pomona,
Oh, we had the best.
Pomona had the most hookers.
Yeah. You know
Yeah?
what? They all went to San Bernardino. But yeah, we definitely did have the best hookers.
And I stopped at that. Like I parked in front of that hotel.
Oh, the Sun?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know the name.
And then I turned off the car, and then I went and I go, hey, so how much is it? She's all like, oh, I think it was like $20 or something at the time.
$20.
Yeah.
Not counting. Well, now with the cost of inflation, if you
Yeah,
figure-
yeah, yeah. Like with cost of inflation,
I like how now we have to add the CRB.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right, cool, let's make it happen, you know? And she goes, oh, well, let's go to just pay for the room,
Yeah.
you know? And like I saw like a couple shows before where the lady would tell him that and then the cops would be waiting, you know?
No, that wouldn't happen.
No, but I was like, okay,
Back
no.
in those days, the rooms were like $30 an hour.
Yeah. So I was
Don't
like,
ask how I know.
yeah, I'm just gonna go, and so I left, and like I'm like I couldn't turn on the car because the key was stuck, so I had to call a friend of mine.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because back in the day we didn't have cell phones,
Oh, you had to get the payphone?
so I had to go back to that part where that hooker was and call my friend, and she was just there looking at me like I was like, hey, can you come help me turn on this car? He shows up, he's all like, all right, hell yeah.
Wait. So you didn't actually get her?
No.
You didn't want to pay for the room.
No, I was afraid
You were
that
afraid.
that cops were waiting for me in that room.
In the room. Nah, that would be entrapment, man.
Yeah.
You'd be all right.
And
But
so-
it's funny because I've never gotten a hooker in the U.S.
Yeah.
I've got them. I mean, hey, I admit it. I was in the military. I had hookers when I was, overseas. But overseas, they have to get tested in those
Yeah.
countries. It's not like it is here where any girl can just go on the streets. Out there, you have to get a license.
I'm
You
not-
could only do a certain amount of guys every day, and then you have to get tested right
I'm
off the
not.
bat.
I'm gonna tell you this much: if I were a girl,
Yeah,
I'd be the biggest hooker on the planet, bro.
you'd be a whore.
Oh, Gina Jameson wouldn't even stand close to me, bro.
Wait, look.
Like it'd be,
If you were a girl, would you have sex for money, or would you be just a regular slut? Pretty much.
No, I think I would sell.
You would sell it?
Yeah.
But
But I would try to be in
but
shape. Like right now,
yeah.
dude, like
Yeah, I was
right
gonna
now.
say, do you think you'd be a hot girl? Or
Right now, I know like this isn't like.
Because I like to think I'd be that girl with a little bit of a gut, but still sexy.
You know what's funny? That when I was like 25, 26, I was going out with Monica,
Yeah, you had to say names, bro.
Yeah, well,
Who cares?
it's just so you know at least. Well, this girl was,
She was hot.
She was-
I remember her. She was very hot.
and then,
It was, you know what? The first time you introduced me to her, at her job.
yeah.
And it was very hard to keep eye
Oh, yeah.
contact with her. 'Cause,
Well, back to my story. So I was dating her, and I was like, man, look at you, look at her. You know what? Get in shape, Luis. Get a six pack. Become a Chippendale.
didn't it at least like build up your confidence knowing that this hot woman was attracted to you no matter what?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. And it's funny because like, unlike you, that that sometimes you pick the worst litter, bro. You pick.
Well, see, I go to bars. Sometimes I do get the 2:00 special. I'm not gonna lie.
This guy tells me. This guy goes, "Have you ever had a pity, whatever? What do you call it? Pity sex? Or whatever?"
Pity sex with a girl.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I don't care if they cry. I don't care nothing.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I've had pity sex before with a girl, and it's funny because normally pity sex goes the other way around.
Yeah,
But like with me, there's some girls that would walk up to me and they would, they would tell me, "Hey, I want the," and it would. I would be like no at first, but after a couple of drinks, I'd be like, hey, what the hell? I'm not gonna do nothing tonight. I might as well just go out here and do it.
I can't do that.
But the
man.
next day, yeah, you have to get out of there before they wake up.
Yeah, I can't. I honestly can't do that. I've tried, and
Yeah, it's not your
my
cup of tea.
conscience
Your
gets to
the
me,
best
bro.
of you.
And
So
I-
you never had a Danny DeVito or anything?
No, I like I told you, I've had one night stand, but it wasn't really a one night stand because
Well, you know what my major problem is, though? I think my major problem was the whole stop seeing a girl type of deal. Because there was sometimes where I would try. I would try with the butterfaces, or I would try with the pity sexers. And I knew right off the bat it wasn't going to work out, but I didn't want to break the girl's heart. So I would come out with these very elaborate lies to get them to stop seeing me. I
Right.
mean, there's plenty of girls that think I live in Virginia, and they live real close to me in Pomona, and they never see me.
right.
And it's funny because people always ask me, "Well, how come you couldn't just flat out tell them, look, I don't even want to see you?" I'm like, well, don't want to break the girl's confidence. You know what I mean? She just had the prime rib of man.
You know what's funny? Like me, like I'm like totally opposite when it comes to you like that.
Yeah.
Cause like I've left girls in Santa Monica, you know, just because I didn't like their attitude. Like I've left girls at casinos.
Yeah.
Because
Wasn't there a girl one time that you actually kicked out of your car?
yeah.
Yeah, because you had something better to do.
No. It was this girl sent me a text that she wanted to have sex.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell
Is that
yeah.
all it takes? Just a text?
Huh?
Isn't the text sexy?
No, yeah, of course. And I was like I said, I was like, I just broke up with this girl,
Yeah.
you know? So I was like, why not?
You're
Might
good
as
to
well,
go.
you know?
Yeah.
And then, so I pick her up, and she's all like, so where are we going? I'm all like, I don't know. We'll find a place, you know? And then my ex sent me a text going like, hey, you think I could see you? And I was like, yeah. When? Tonight. I was like, oh, okay. And then I just pulled over, and I'm like, yeah, you need to get out. Like,
You couldn't give the girl a ride home back or nothing like that?
no, yeah, I did feel sorry for her, but I gave her a ride back.
Well, after,
But I was giving her, I gave her that speech like, you know I'm late because of you. You know that, right? Like, I was still that.
No, you went. She invited you and you went, but now you're mad because now you're late because of something.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, because of you.
I could be with the girl I want to be
Yeah.
with, but unfortunately, I got to
I have to take you home. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that girl, like, what was it, like, probably November or something like that?
Yeah.
Or I forgot what month. Her guy, like, she was dating some guy,
Oh, wow.
you know? So her guy called me and was like, hey, the hell, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, nothing happened. I can tell you, like, because she had sent me a text a few days before
Yeah.
telling me that she wanted to see me and all this. And I put, no, I'm tired. I can't. So the guy hit me up, and then I go, yo, check the text. It says there, I didn't even want to go see her.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, oh, yeah, I'm going to beat you up, da-da-da.
Ain't that a trip, though, when a guy calls you or sends you a message telling you that? Whatever happened to just going out and finding the guy?
Oh, yeah.
It's like men have become cowards nowadays because, you know, there's been I've had plenty of times where there's a guy outside my door ready to beat the crap out of me, and I gave that guy more credit than the guy that sent me a text message going, when I see you, you're dead. I'm like, all right, well, meet me here.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've always been the type to go, look, meet me here, and we'll handle it.
Well, it's
No
like,
problem.
it's like that one time. Remember I showed up at your house all mad?
Yeah.
That one time because this dude, I was doing a comedy show, and this girl walked by me, and I said, hey, thank you for joining us, sexy. And so the girl goes, you won't think it's sexy when my man's kicking your ass. And I was like, what? And then she stands next to this big black dude, you know? And I'm like, why would I want to fight him? Stop trying to start a fight.
Yeah.
And then
Who's this?
this girl at Liam's.
I think I remember you telling me that story.
And then so she's talking, and I'm like, yo, be quiet, you know?
Yeah.
And then I get off stage because I pretty much told her, like, look, your guy doesn't want to fight. Why are you doing this to him? You know?
Well, what made you, did the guy just not come up to you, or the guy was avoiding eye
No,
contact?
like,
with
no,
you?
he was just like standing quietly.
Yeah.
You know? And while she was doing all the talk, and then I get off, and so she pretty much grabbed him by the hand, brought him towards me, and go, babe, tell him what you told me. And he's all like, yo, you better apologize to my lady.
For
Like,
what? What did you
yeah.
do? All you did was say, how you doing sexy? Come on.
yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. I'm
You
not.
said that on stage?
Huh? Well,
You said how you doing sexy on stage?
yeah. No, I said, thank you for joining us, sexy. You know? She walked by. It's not like I went like, whoa, hubba.
Was she sexy?
No.
So
I
you were
was-
just being nice.
Yeah, I was just being polite. Yeah.
So you were giving, you know what? That's
And-
the thing. It only takes one guy with a stupid compliment to make an ugly girl
Yeah.
think
and
she's
so,
a hot shit.
And so, and so,
Oops.
and no, it's all right. And so, she, she brings him up, and he's all like, "Hey, just apologize to her." And I go, "No, I didn't say nothing wrong. I'm not gonna apologize." And she's all like, well, he's gonna kick your ass and all this, that. And I go, all right, well, if he wants to do it, we could go outside. And she's all like, go do it, babe. And I go, all right, well, I'll be outside. Come on, let's go. And he just stayed in there. I walked outside, and then I had to come back in, and I was like, come on, bro, let's go. Never came
Was he
outside.
talking smack inside the place
Huh?
too?
No.
He wasn't saying nothing.
No,
It was all her.
It was all her. And then, I go, come on, bro. I went back inside, and I'm like, come on, let's go. So your girl could be happy about it, He didn't come out, and then I was like coasting or something like that. And then I went back up. He was a performer. He was like a rapper.
It wasn't LJ Montenegro, was it?
No. And so he goes up. He comes back off, and I'm like, hey, give it for this dude. And I looked at the girl, and I go, hey, how does it feel to have your boyfriend not even want to fight for you?
On stage?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
pretty much clowned him and her on
Yeah.
stage.
And then everybody's like, oh, and I go, yeah, weren't you like trying to start a fight with us? And I went outside. He never came out. I guess you're not that worth it, huh? And then the girl, let's go, babe. Oh.
Trying to incite a riot, man?
Oh,
Bottom line is
I've
this. Look,
started riots.
look,
for
dude,
no
the hell with the girl. If you're a man and you walk up to another guy and said, look, you better apologize or I'm going to kick your butt.
Yeah.
And the guy goes outside, you better go outside.
Yeah.
That just shows how much of a coward you are, because that shows who wears the pants. Obviously, the girl's in charge of your balls, because Lord forbid if you don't got
You
any.
could have kicked his ass?
Oh, I think so.
You know what? I've seen Lewis fight a bunch of times. I can tell you right now, I've never seen him get knocked out. I've never really seen him get hurt in a fight.
I've only been knocked out once, bro.
Didn't your brother do it?
My brother punches hard.
Did you see it coming?
Huh? No, yeah, I saw it coming.
You guys were boxing?
Yeah, we were like fighting, and then he just clocked me.
He clocked in the right
Yeah.
spot.
And no, yeah,
Because
like,
I've seen you take some hits before that just would knock out
Oh,
a normal
yeah.
guy.
I've
and you
never
just
been in
keep
a real
going.
fist fight.
You've
No?
never been in a fist
I've
fight?
been in a street fight, but it wasn't like a real
Where-
fist fight.
I thought you were doing training or something
What-
like
what-
that.
Oh yeah, when I was younger.
one time me and Angel were at a party, and with my cousins that like to drink a lot.
Yeah.
And this guy, I don't know what happened, but remember this guy comes up to me and just socks me,
Yeah.
and I just went like, all right, we're gonna do this.
Who was it?
Some
Just some
dude.
random guy.
Because apparently I looked at his lady when she walked by. And
Which, by the way, you
socked
can't-
me, and then I was just like, "All right, here you go, Angel, hold my jacket." And like you just saw the fear in the guy's face, like when he saw that he socked me and nothing.
It's
nothing happened.
amazing when you take a guy's hardest punch, because I've been in a few fist fights before where, a guy will punch me. Like I used to be a real when I was younger, I didn't want to fight. I got punched in the face a lot, and after a while, it didn't really hurt me. I got to the point where one day, the first time I got in a fight, I was actually just about to go in the Navy. And it so happened that I ran into this one guy who had punched me originally when we were in high school, and I happened to run into him.
Punches you a
No,
lot.
and I ran into him, and he came up to me thinking the same thing was gonna happen, so he swung at me.
This guy-
I knocked him the hell out.
This guy got
Since
knocked
then-
out in high school.
Hey,
right?
since then, no, I didn't get knocked out. I fell to the floor, but I did not get knocked
His
out.
lady had to carry him home.
No.
I got sucker punched in the face on a date
That's
one
pretty much
time.
it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
pulled
but-
up to the wrong
but
part.
you know what though? I'll tell you this much: when you knock out a guy and you really knock him out, to this day, the guy has seen me at bars before. He'll leave the bar when I walk in, and this is old high school.
You
crap.
guys should go each other and hey, what's up, brother?
No,
Remember when you knocked me
it's
out?
funny because I've attempted to buy the guy a drink when I saw him at a bar one time, and I said, hey, you know what? Let me buy you. I'm friends with this lady. I'm actually friends with this lady, and I'm like this. Hey, you know what? Let me buy you a drink. And the guy was like, nah, I'm cool. I told him flat out, look, that was old high school crap. But it makes me laugh that when I'm right there next to him, he doesn't say nothing. But yet, behind my back, and his sister-in-law tells me all the time, he's always talking smack.
We're just talking about, pedophiles and rapists and all this.
What?
Speaking of rapists.
What did I do? Here,
I remember we went to this party. This girl invited us to go bowling or whatever,
Yeah.
And so Anya goes, hey, let's roll.
And
All right.
Let's not tell that story now. I didn't rape the girl, but we were both drunk, all right?
No, I was like, I'll take her home, bro, because they were both drunk, and I was like, I'll take her home, and he was begging her mom, don't take her.
No. Hey, no. What happened?
Don't
is,
ruin this
no,
for
no,
me.
No. That ain't true. Hey, no. What happened was that the girl lives with her parents, and I even asked her, "Can you go home like this?" And she said, "No, I can't."
She was drunk.
She was throwing up where we were at.
I became a saint that day, bro.
Oh yeah, you saved this one girl made an event, and some other people took this girl
And they
left her there.
We got 1 minute.
Oh, we got 1
1
minute.
minute.
All right.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Luis Banuelos show. Keep tuning in. Tell your friends about us. emixla.com. Thank you guys very much. To my right, Angel Padilla.
Hey.
To my left, David Duarte. Good night, everybody.
Night.